The spotting and concealment mechanics within World of Tanks are some of the more difficult to understand and master in the game. Let's first start off with the spotting mechanic. Each tank has a spotting range that can be maxed out at 445 meters. One thing to make sure you understand, this is not your view range in the game. However, spotting range will depend on what your view range is, but it will never be greater than 445 meters. Your view range is different from the spotting range as you can make it go up to as much as your tank can allow within the game. Having a greater view range increases the detection of the enemy tank within the 445 meters spotting range. For example, if you have a 445 meters view range tank and then you have an enemy that has a 0% camo rating, you would spot them as soon as they enter your spotting range. This is where the camo rating comes into the situation. Camo rating is based upon a percentage. Light tanks and tank destroyers usually have the best camo percentage. The camo rating will directly combat the view range of your vehicle. The way this works is that you take your view range and then times it by the percentage of the camo rating on the enemy tank. For example, if you have a tank that has 500 meters view range and then you come across a tank that has a 20% camo rating, you would then do 500 times 0.2, which would then give you 100 meters. You would then minus 100 meters from your view range, meaning that your new view range for how far away you would need to be to spot that enemy tank is 400 meters. This is in a perfect case scenario with nothing else interfering. Things that could interfere are stuff like Camo Nets. Camo Nets give you a base 25% camo when you're stationary. That means that you would need to add another 25% camo rating on top of what you already have. So you do 500 times the 0.2 plus then 0.2 times 25, which would give you 125 meters. Meaning that you in your 500 meter view range tank are going to have to get to 375 meters to be able to spot that tank. Bushes are another thing that can interfere with this. Bushes can offer anywhere from 5 to 60% extra camo rating. So if you're in a good bushy bush, that will give you 60% camo on top of your tank. Meaning that now it gets kind of stupid. It now equals 360 meters. So then you're going to minus that off your 500 meter view range and it will give you 140 meters. That means you're going to have to drive your 500 meters view range tank all the way to 140 meters away to be able to spot that tank in that bush. It gets even more crazy when you think about a tank such as an E25. My E25, and it has a camo net on it, will have 62% camo rating. Meaning that if you sit in a good bush, 4 meters. One thing that is very important though, you will always spot a tank if it's within 50 meters of you. No matter what. It could be through a house, it could be through a bush, it doesn't matter. If the tank is 50 meters from you, you will spot it. You'll both spot each other. Another big thing that you need to understand is that you would lose the majority of your camo when you fire the gun. Around 75% for most tanks, and that's quite a lot. So let's say that you fire your gun while you're in the vehicle that we've already done all the calculations for. Right now it has a detection range of 140 meters. If you were to fire, we would lose 75% of the camo, meaning that you would have a new camo rating of 30%, making your detection range now 350 meters. This means that that 500 meter view range tank, if he's within 350 meters and you fire at him, he will spot you. And now the final thing about bushes and camo and spotting. Bushes have two modes, opaque and solid. When a bush is opaque, you'll be able to use your full view range to the full potential. Also, you get the percentage based camo rating added. If you're sitting behind a solid bush, you won't lose any camo when you fire through it. However, you will not be able to see through it, so you won't be able to use your view range to spot tanks, making you basically blind. You can use these mechanics to your advantage by making the bush opaque to spot the enemies, and then once you've spotted them, falling back behind the bush to make it solid, then you can fire through it at the people that you've spotted without being spotted yourself. Hopefully you found all this information useful or just interesting. If you did, then leave a like and join my Discord. I'm always online, you can ask me any questions about my videos or the game. You can also follow me on Twitch where you can watch me be live and be bad at the game. And hopefully you all have a good day. I'll see you in a bit.